All right, today I'm excited to have Jeffrey Clay, a Hall of Fame member here at Catholic U, an All-American and an all-around awesome guy, big supporter of the program. And welcome to Cardinal Fast Five, Jeff.
Appreciate that, Coach. Thank you.
Yeah, man. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. So first question, how'd you come to choose Catholic U?
So, I was getting recruited by some lower level 1AAs and 2s and 3s, and then I went on my visits and I wasn't really like totally sold. So I was kind of in limbo. My dad met with Coach Clark up at up at Gonzaga actually, because Coach Clark got the job. Coach Clark laid out this plan. We went up on a visit, and my thing was, if I wasn't going to like a big time 1A school, I wasn't trying to go to some Farmville, out type university. So I'm like, I can get a good degree at Catholic, a lot of internship opportunities, which I took advantage of while I was there.
Yeah.
And I knew Coach Clark from, competing against him in high school. He's a great coach. So I was like, let's make it happen.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome,
so,
man. We're trying to.
You get the best of every world. You get the best academically and the best athletically,
Yep. I know that's the thing. People they don't realize that Catholic, while it's in DC, it doesn't feel like you're in DC, but then you can have all of DC as your classroom, and your playground if you do it right,
Yeah, the duality is amazing. Like you're on campus and it's tucked away. And especially back then, Brookline was a little more quiet than it is now.
Right.
But you still got that suburban feel, but then you can just step your foot, right out to the street and you can enjoy the urban setting as well.
Yep. Yeah, get off at Union Station and you're right there. So.
Yep, and then you can socialize with all the other universities, AU, Georgetown, Howard's right down the street. So it was a great fit. Great fit.
Yep. Awesome. Okay, so what position did you play when you're at Catholic, and what years was that?
So I played wide receiver, and I returned punts and kickoffs. And my first year was fall of '94, and my fourth season was fall of '97. I graduated in '98, so 4 years strong.
Yep. Awesome. Yeah, those were some nice years for the program. That was really when the 90s was as close to or even surpassed the like the Orange Bowl years. You know what I mean? That when we had that stretch there of you guys just doing it year in, year out was awesome.
Yeah, it was a pretty euphoric part of my life, man. Like that much winning around that many good people, couldn't script it any better. It was incredible.
Well, and that's, when I talk to the guys about what we're aiming for and what we're going back to, I'm telling them, listen, it's not like it's never been done here. It's been done. And we just got to get back to what took us there. And a lot of that is getting some of the DMV guys to be playing at Catholic again, which we're finally on that road, and I'm excited about it. But, getting the football so good here, getting guys from around locally, and we're going to recruit other places, but I want the heart and soul to be, from the DMV.
Understood. That's a stand for any program nationally. If they want to be good, they always want to take care of home. So I totally understand that. But those guys, they got to know, it can be done quickly. I mean, we came in the year before that, we were 1-9.
Yeah.
And my first year there, we were 8-2, and we never looked back. So it can turn around really fast if they have a good off season. Listen to the coaches and get it done.
Yep. No, I'm 100% with you, and we got to get done. That falls on me too. So. Okay, next question. What was your major at Catholic?
Communications.
Okay.
Yep, communications. So took a little bit of everything. People don't understand, but it's actually challenging. You have to take your major course load, but then Catholic back then at least, you had to take the philosophies and the religions on top of your regular course load. But a lot of those things, you can make applicable as you get out here because they never leave you.
Yeah. Yeah, and you still have to do the philosophies, and I think there's one less religion than you used to have to, but you still have to do a couple of them. And,
okay, cool.
Yeah, and the philosophies are great because so many guys get here and they've never been challenged to think about thinking before, So
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
A lot of different ways of thinking out there.
Yep. Yep. Okay, so tell us what you're doing now. What are you working on?
So I'm actually a homicide detective, the DC Police Department. This is my 17th year.
Wow.
And so I pretty much work murders unfortunately. I try to get justice for the people who can't speak for themselves. So my squad and I, we get out here, and unfortunately recently DC's been pretty violent. So we've been trying to do our best by these victims and their families, figuring out who killed their loved ones.
Yeah, and I can't imagine. That's God bless you for doing that work. You know, it's tough. And I think people don't realize, like a lot of the guys on the team now, they don't realize how much better it is in DC in general. I know it's tough right now, but you know, over the long haul, DC is so much better than it was 20 years ago.
Yeah, when I was growing up in DC, we were the murder capital of the nation. We're up with the 400 murders. Now we're a little high 100s, maybe tipping on 200, but it's nothing like that. But at the same time, you know, it's still tragic because that's a lot of people falling for a lot of times no good reason at all. So, you know, we just try to get out here, do our best. A lot of tension out here sometimes between, you know, people and the police, but for the most part, a lot of people out here appreciate what we do.
Yeah, well, thank you for that work. It's a lot of times a thankless job, and man, I can't imagine all the legwork and stuff that has to go into. It's not like on the TV shows, you know, where they get the big break and then at least I can imagine it's not.
But you know, it's funny. I enjoy this part of it because we work as a squad, and it's a lot like football, man. Everybody plays their role. You know, you got some guys that are better at interviewing witnesses and suspects. You got guys who are great with the DNA analysis and you know, things of that nature. So we all, you know, work together in tandem to get that victory. You know, it's just like football. QB's got to throw it, wide receivers got to get open, O-line's got to block. You know, things like that. So it transition. I mean, the translation is easy for me.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. And talk to the guys all the time about the life lessons they learn on the field and in the weight room. Like they're going to be able to apply all that to every part of their life. It's like a mini, you know, football's a mini version of your life. And if you're willing to work hard and say the team comes first, then you're going to be okay at whatever you choose to do.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. So last question is a little bit of a fun one. What is your favorite memory at Catholic that you don't mind sharing on social media?
My favorite, my most specific favorite memory would be 97. I won, DC College, you know, Independent Player of the Year at the Pigskin Club for DC. And the funny thing was, it conflicted with the Melberger Award, which, you know, is like the equivalent of the Heisman back then for our level. I was a finalist for that. So I was supposed to be up there Friday, but since I couldn't fly up there Friday, they actually sent the limo down. And as soon as I left the Pigskin Club, I walked out with my Player of the Year trophy there. I got in the limo to drive up to Pennsylvania for the ceremony the next day up in Pennsylvania for that. I finished second up there, but you know, that just was like, I felt like I'm big time. Like I'm in this gala with, you know, Paul Tagliabue and all those people there, Coach Clark, some Redskins. I get the Player of the Year award, and then I walk right outside. Everybody else is leaving with their families and their regular like Toyotas and Benzes and stuff. But I got this chauffeur in a limo opening the doors and taking our bags, and then they shoot us right up to PA for the next morning. So it was a pretty fun experience that night.
Oh man, that's awesome. That is truly big time, man.
Pretty incredible.
Yeah, good to know. Well, listen, thanks so much for sharing with us. You know, we're proud of you, and I can't wait till all you guys are as proud of what we're doing. You know, these guys working hard. It's coming, man. We're almost there, and we just need to. I felt like this fall would have been that point where we turned, and just like everybody else right now, we're on hold. Hopefully get a couple games in this spring, and then you know, recruit another great class, and then hopefully show out in the fall.
Let's get it done.
Yeah. All right.
Red and black attack. One flock.
Yes, sir. Red and black attack. I love it. All right. I'll talk to you soon. Thanks again.
All right. You take coach.
Yeah.